Hello coin collectors out there, fans of the International Coins and Paper channel. Here we have some very cool Australian coins. As you can see, this one right here dated 1966. I'm going to briefly show you all of the coins that are part of my collection that are the 20-cent Australian coins, and then we'll get into the specifics of them. So here's a 1966. We'll run through them. They're in order from oldest to newest. So 66, 67, 70, 71, and 1980. So this is the last one that's part of this series. The next up, I've got one that's dated 2004 and 2006. So there's quite the drastic difference between these two. The one on the left has the second portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on it. The one on the right has the fourth crown portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. So I'm going to move this one right out of the way, and then we'll get back to that one. But let's talk about the details of this coin first. So this specific coin was made from 1966 up until 1984. Now the mintages of this coin kind of vary throughout the different years. However, 1981 happens to be the highest year of production, in which there are 165,500,000 of these coins produced. The coin I'm looking at right here happens to be dated 1980, in which there are 84 million made. So that's kind of the general idea of the mintages. The value, of course, is 20 cents, which is abbreviated 0.2 AUD, which translates to about 15 cents United States dollars right now. Its metal content for both of these coins that we're going to look at today is copper and nickel. Has a weight of 11.3 grams and a diameter of 28.65. We happen to be looking at the Obverse, so this is the front side of the coin. It features the second portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, facing the right, wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. When we flip it over, it gets a little more interesting, because we've got a platypus on the reverse of this coin. So here we have the platypus right there. We have the platypus in the numeral 20, as well as some lines going kind of in and out. Now let's bring in the second coin that we started with. So this one right here is 2006. We'll put these side by side so you can get a good look at the two different differences right here. Now this coin that I've got was made from 1999 to 2018 is when they've used this specific design to it. Now the metal content of both of these coins is the same. They are both copper nickel coins. However, you can see the one on the right, the new one, a lot more shiny than the one on the left. So I'm going to move that out of the picture so we can focus in on this one right here. We see along the left side Elizabeth II, then along the right side Australia, and the date, which happens to be 2006. Now this is the fourth crown portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. She's wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. When we flip it over, we see a similar image to what we did earlier. It's a platypus. How exciting. So we've got the platypus and then the number 20. So I'll zoom in so you can get a nice look at it. As far as the mintages of this coin goes, mine happens to be dated 2006. There are 102 million of them made in 2006, so there are quite a lot. Generally, anything over 100 million I consider a lot as far as the mintages goes. So that's good news if you're looking to get your hands on one. The bad news is that it's not rare. So there are 100 million of these coins produced. There are a couple of different varieties that exist out there, depending on like the octopus's fingers. So there's a couple different varieties where the fingers look a little bit different depending on what mint it was made at. These were made at a couple of different mints. Some of them were made in Australia. There were some made at the Cambria Mint as well as the Winnipeg Mint. So I guess I think Winnipeg is in Canada. There's a Winnipeg in Canada, so I assume some of them made in Australia, some of them made in Canada. But they have to do with the claw of the platypus on the reverse of the coin. So feel free to compare yours platypus claw to whatever other ones you have and try and look for any differences between the claws. And you might have found a cool error or variety coin. All right, everyone, that's all I've got for today. If you're into coin collecting, please do check out some of these other videos on the channel. Thank you very, very much. Best of luck coin collecting out there, and have a good one. Enjoy.